Hey ladies, how you doing? So yes, I'm finally got it up. I'm finally getting it together. Makeup in the workplace series. This video that I've done today is going to be the interview. How should you wear your makeup when you're going to an interview? You don't have to be loud. You don't have to be winged out. You don't have to be lashed out. You don't have to be blushed out, highlighted, contoured. You can still look nice and clean and just fresh because you want to look nice, wide awake, and ready for the job, even though you're going for the interview. So we're going to start this series off with the interview, and then we're going to work our way into getting the job, being there for a couple of years, and how your makeup should be. Just because you've been in your job 20 years, I mean, you could do what you want to do with your makeup. I mean, some people do, and they still get away with it. But however, you know, if you're working, period, not unless your job calls for it, if you work at like a Sephora, you're a makeup artist, you know, you're working in graphics. I mean, you're working in an environment where makeup is called for to be, you know, over the top. You're an artist, you're an actress, whatever. But if you work in an office, we have to look like professionals without makeup. So this look that I created here today was something very nice and soft, very nice and natural. It was more focused on the skin than anything else, because when you go to an interview, you definitely want to look nice, bright, and awake, and like you're ready for the job. Talk about the products that moment that I use on this look. So they'll definitely be in the video in addition to down below, so you can definitely know exactly what I used. And I hope you like that I'm doing that, because to me it's very helpful. I didn't think that far before, because again, but now I realize it's very, very helpful. So especially since I'm doing a series, I thought it would be very, very helpful. So yeah, this video is going to be about how you should wear your makeup, in my opinion, to an interview. I hope you like it. If you do, please thumbs up, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. First, we're going to prime our face. I'm going to use my Faced Hangover. There's many other primers that you can use within the drugstore that are really, really good. Once I finish with this, I think I'm going to go back to a drugstore one, just because I think there's one that I can use in the drugstore. And the reason why we're going to prime our face is because we want to make sure our makeup looks really, really nice and natural. Don't fall off while we're in our interview. We just want to look really, really nice and polished and well put together. I'm not going to go for an actual full-on foundation. I'm going to go with a BB cream, something nice and light. I'm going to use my Black Radiance BB cream. The shade that I'm using is going to be Honey Amber. I'm going to shake it up. This is a very, not loose, but it's kind of a runny BB cream in my opinion. So I'm going to take a little bit, put it on the back of my hand. I'm not going to add any illuminizer to it because I just want a nice, fresh face. I don't want to look too dewy or too glowy during my interview or doing your interview. So I'm going to take a nice flat top kabuki brush. I'm just going to work in the middle. And again, I don't want too much of full coverage. I just want pretty much to even out my skin complexion. So now we have a nice BB cream foundation, and fresh, and not too out there. You know, we want to look like it's our skin. We want to look well moisturized and just look fresh all over. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to conceal under the eye, just in the event, you know, you've been up all night, you're nervous, you have an interview, and you just make sure all your under eye situations looking really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and use my LA Girl orange concealer. This is to cover those dark areas, cancel out any grayness, and you know, get around the mouth. And I could have put this on before my BB cream or after my BB cream. To me, it really doesn't matter which way you do it, as long as you blend it out. And you want to make sure you get kind of in the corners of your eye, like right up in here, and just kind of cancel out anything that's in it that can possibly make you look tired or sleepy. So now that we corrected, I'm going to go in with my favorite everyday concealer. This is the Covergirl Natural Hue. This one is in golden. And if you can tell, I'm using affordable products because sometimes your everyday makeup or interview makeup or just your work friendly makeup, it doesn't have to be expensive. It really doesn't. And I'm not going to highlight because we don't need to be all highlighted going to an interview. We need to be looking nice, natural, and fresh. And in the beginning, this may take you a little while, but you know, once you do it more on a regular basis, it really doesn't take you that long to do. I'm going to set my concealer because I don't want anything to move while I'm on an interview or at work or anything. So I'm going to use my Topaz powder. This is not in stores, but it's online and it's very, very, very affordable. I got mine for about $6 and I purchased it from makeupmania.com and it came fairly quick. Okay, so while that's setting, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. Okay, so I finished doing my eyebrows. I want to do those off camera because I do have an eyebrow routine. I have on my eyebrows, I have on my BB cream, my powder is set, and I'm just going to go ahead and take my face powder. I'm going to take a nice fluffy brush. I'm just going to dab it in. This is just a MicroSmooth powder from Sephora. I love this. And I'm just going to use it to put over my eyelid because I did put some BB cream on my eyelid, so I didn't need any primer or anything like that. I just used that, and then now I'm just going to set it. And this is pretty much just having a neutral eye because you're going on an interview and you want to be as fresh and clean as possible. You don't have to put on makeup. As long as your face is all about skin, in my opinion. Now I'm going to take a nice fluffy brush and just go all over my face. And then dust off that setting powder that I put underneath my eye. So now that we have our face set, everything is good to go. I'm going to take a brown eyeliner. I love these Rimmel eyeliners. They're called the Scandaleyes. They're waterproof. They sit and they stay. This one is in brown, I believe. I don't think it's any other fancy name. Yeah, just brown 03. And I'm just going to take it and line the top of my lash line in addition to my bottom line. So now I have that on, kind of open up my eyes a little bit. But I am going to take a little brush and I'm going to smudge it out on my top lash line. Okay, so now I have a nice brown liner on my top lash line and my bottom lash line. It has a little shimmer in it, but it's nothing too loud. It just gives my eyes, so it just gives a little sparkle, nothing crazy. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on some mascara. There's many mascaras that you can use within the drugstore. Unfortunately, I don't have any. I love to get the samples from Sephora, so it allows me to try out different mascaras on a high-end line. The one that I'm using here is from Makeup Forever. And I like it because I don't really have that many lashes, as you can tell, but it does good. My eyes are done, mascara is on, everything is neutral up in here, and I like that. I'm looking in the viewfinder to make sure I'm looking good, looking okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take the Covergirl bronzer. I'm starting to like this. I think everyone should take a little bit of it just to kind of bring some color. I have enough color, but just some warmth. You see? A nice natural. You're going to do a nice soft highlight, nothing to wear when you turn your face. The actual person interviewing you, you're going to be like, what is on her face? We're not going to do that. We're going to take a fan brush because it pulls up a little bit lighter. It doesn't pull up too heavy. And I'm just going to go and put it right here. And if much doesn't come on, it's okay. We don't want to look like... Now we're going to focus on the lips. We want to have nice, friendly lips. We don't want to go in it with a nice vampy one, which we wish we could. We want to keep it nice, simple, nude, maybe a flush tone of pink, just something to complement our skin tone. You know, whatever skin tone you might be. If it's fair, if it's deep, you know, nice brown light, however, just something to complement you. So I'm going to go in with my favorite Coco Loco lip liner. Okay, and this is just to define the lip, nothing too fancy. I'm going to take one of my favorite lipsticks. This is a oldie but goodie. I still have it. I take care of it when I can. This is the Wet n Wild Bare It All. It's a very, very matte, and it's a nude. And I'm just gonna dab it on. Cause you know, if you put it on like you're putting a lipstick on, it may look too ashy. And it may look too bright for an interview. So this is perfect. You can either leave it like this, or you can add a nice gloss. This one is by Black Opal. The name of it, I am so sorry, I ripped it off because it was, see this, the tag is still here. It was over here, so I ripped it off. But if you do find it, it was the only one that was like, you know, a neutral tone. I'm just going to put it in the middle of my lip. And just blend it out. I'm not going to cover my whole lip. And as you can see, the look has came together already. So now I'm going to go pin my hair up. I'm going to show you the final look.